Here with head coach Pat Miller and Trevon Chislom as Wisconsin Whitewater advancing to the round of 16 after the win over Case Western Reserve today. Coach, we'll start with you. General thoughts on today's game?
Just we were kind of talking before we started officially. These are the type of games you want to play when you coach. Great atmosphere, two really good teams, battled hard. I mean, it was a hard, physical. Everything was contested. But good basketball, not chippy, not cheap, just guys playing hard. And they're a great team, and I'm really proud of our guys to hang in the way they did in this environment, and have a lot of respect for Case Western and their players. They're really good. They played really well. They got a bunch of good players, and fortunate and happy to get the win.
Trevon, heading into the game, was that part of the game plan to try to be physical against this Case team that maybe was a bit more of an outside shooting, less physical team?
I mean, every game for us is really to be physical and go out there and do our best, give 110% effort. So I feel like it was just another game for us, but we definitely brought a different type of energy tonight, and I saw that on the court.
Coach, heading into this game, obviously, coming off of yesterday's short rest, coming to the game today against Case Western, Demo's riding, I think it was a 10-game winning streak heading into this. Your message to the team coming into the game is to, obviously a tested team, how you thought you could be successful tonight.
I thought we would be able to score. I was worried defensively, and that's one of the things I said to one of my friends in coaching who texted me and said, "What do you need to do?" And I said, we need to guard like we've never guarded before, because they do such a good job of getting into gaps and drawing defense and making the second, third pass. They really move the ball well, and I thought we did a pretty good job at disrupting that. They got some good looks, but I thought a lot of their looks were relatively contested. I thought they wore down a little bit. I think they missed a lot of shots short. I felt like in the second half, I think maybe the physicality and speed of the game took a little bit of a toll on them. But really just defending the three-point line and just, like I said, just trying to survive on the glass. We were concerned about their ability to offensive rebound. And we actually did an amazing job, or decent job on the offensive glass, and held them to 9, which coming into the game, I certainly would have taken that.
Trevon, there were 2 stretches in the second half where you and your teammates looked like, I don't want to say put the game away, but gave yourself leads that looked comfortable given the way you were playing. Both times they came back at you. What kind of mental resolve and resources did you and your teammates draw on to weather those runs by them and answer?
Playing in the WIAC, we have a lot of games like that, especially against like Oshkosh coming back, and like teams will come back. It's just always about staying engaged and just always doing what we need to do to win the game. So I feel like when we had the timeouts, it was just for us to calm down and really just take a second and think about what's ahead, because we know people go on runs. Like we go on runs, they go on runs. It's just how basketball works.
Coach, did, I don't want to say a year come off your life, but did a couple of weeks maybe come off your life in that last 2 minutes when there was a couple sequences down near their basket where you gave up the ball when, shall we say, inopportune moment?
Yeah, it was inopportune, we can say that. That has been an issue for us, and I don't know if that's our youth. Our freshman guard got it in the corner and didn't secure the ball. We lost it. Another guard caught it and tried to go up the floor. He lost it. We have to get better at those situations. And again, I don't know if that's a function of our youth, but I've coached a long time. So, if years were coming off my life for those sequences, I'd be long gone by now. So you just try to, it happened. Like I told my wife, she always says, "Well, what do you think?" And I say, "Well, I never know what to think, and I'll show up when I'm supposed to. I'll instruct them as to what to do, and then whatever chaos ensues, I'll try to manage that." And so that's what I tried to do those last two minutes, is just manage it to get the win.
You talk about being young. Miles didn't look like he was young at all shooting those 3-pointers tonight. I mean, how was he able to get so many good, clean looks at the basket from three.
He's just really good. You know, no one recruited him hardly. I saw a minute of him on film, and he was consistent. I said, why are we not recruiting him? We literally went to see him the next day. He's just a special player, and he got a Charlie horse in the first half. He was not at full capacity, and a credit to him. He's an extraordinarily tough kid. You know, like you have certain guys that are always hurt and want out of practice. He's a guy that will never tell you he's hurt, and he was hurting, and I'm proud of how he hung in there and gave us some productivity in the second half, but he's a special player.
Trevon, in that last 3 minutes, you stepped to the line a lot. And with the exception of one free throw, knocked him down. Maybe that's not the sexiest play in basketball, but it can often be what separates loss from a win. What was going through your mind as you stepped to the line there, literally with the game on the line?
So every day at practice, we always shoot free throws. And I just always think about Coach telling us to just breathe and take our time and really just think about the shot. And these past 2 days, I've really been hitting the free throws. So thanks to Coach, he's been really getting me through that.
I think it's thanks to my mom. I lost her this fall, and after almost every game we ever lost in my career, she would call me and say, Patrick, they have to start shooting free throws better. So I think we may have had a little help.
Thank you all very much.
Yeah.